Hello, River's Edge, and welcome to the Midweek Minute. Hey, I want to jump straight into what we're going to talk about today. This last Sunday, we've been in this series on worship, and one of the points I made at the very end was that we're calling our church in the month of October to a social media fast. What is fasting, and why are we talking about this? Well, fasting traditionally is when you don't eat. And the reason why you don't eat is not to lose weight or anything like that. It's you fast to know that there's a different kind of food that sustains you. The kind of food that truth is. Jesus said to Satan when he was tempted in the desert, "Man does not live on bread alone, but the very word of God." So a traditional fast would be a food fast. Well, we're not calling you to that. What we're calling you to is a social media fast, because we've recognized that in our times that we're living in right now, things have gotten so politically heightened, and so many of us have just gotten sucked into debates and questions of what is truth and all sorts of different things on social media, and we realize it's hurting relationships. It is one of these things that we are going deeper into our own echo chambers, and it's one of these things that actually just does harm to us in worshiping God. In fact, it robs you. If you think about the amount of screen time that you have, largely on social media, it robs you of this incredible relationship with God that you could be having. So I'm doing this. Tomorrow morning, or when you see this, October 1st, all the social media apps will be deleted off my phone. And for the month of October, I'm going to fast from social media. And so I want to encourage you to join me in that. Now, here's the deal. We don't want you to be legalistic about this. There's freedom in this. If the only way you connect with some of maybe your kids or grandkids or something like that is through social media, or there's some important connection that you have, we just want to encourage you to limit your time on that. Maybe fast down to 1 hour a day or something like that. This is not about legalism and strict rules or anything like that. This is about taking one thing away so that we could focus on Jesus. So as a church, we've recommended Lexicode 365. We've recommended the daily office. There are a couple different things you could do devotional wise. So the whole idea is when you go to grab your phone to look at that social media post, that instead of doing that, maybe you open the scriptures on your phone. Maybe you open up an edifying podcast on your phone. Maybe you dive deeper into the Word of God. And so we want to call you to that during the month of October and encourage you to join us in that. There's a few other things coming up in the month of October. First and foremost, Sunday, October 5th, this coming Sunday, is Starting Point. So if you're newer with us, we want to encourage you to join us this Sunday right after church in the youth room. The following Sunday, we're going to be starting another membership class. That is October 12th. That's right after church. And so we want to encourage you to join us then if you're interested in being a member. Also, our Harvest Festival is coming up, so we want to encourage you to bring candy and volunteer. And that's really helpful as you do that. It's one of our biggest outreaches of the year, so we want to encourage you to do that as well. We want to encourage you to join us this Sunday at 10 a.m. as we continue in our worship series. We'll see you then.